Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Hey, so happy Homebrew Wednesday. I wanted to just pop in. It's not going to be a very long one. It's been a very, very long day at work today. I certainly earned this homebrew. But I did have some action since my last Homebrew Wednesday. This weekend I brewed the Feck'in 2017 Hop Experiment beer, which is essentially a very, very hoppy IPA or pale ale. I'm trusting all you guys that, I can put in these really high alpha acid hops and not end up with a super high IBU count. Putting these high alpha acid hops in the whirlpool at 180 degrees and not pull out a bunch of IBUs. A little worried. The Beersmith, by putting it in the regular boil times, the 60-minute and the 15-minute, I should be at 30 IBUs, which is what Wally wanted. But I also put 4.25 ounces of hops in at 180 degrees for, I guess it was, 30 minutes, 30-minute whirlpool. And I'm just a little nervous. I don't know if I trust that you don't get any IBUs from the whirlpool at 180, but I guess we'll find out when I taste it. So time will tell. But anyway, it's in the fermenting bucket. It's barely bubbling now. It's been bubbling for about 3 days, pretty good. I use the US-05, just sprinkled the. I don't use dry yeast very much. Really, the only times I've used dry yeast is I used US-05 in a dry packet powder once, way back when. Way back when for me is about 3 years ago. And then when I did last year's SJ Pour Challenge, I did Bitch Session Pale, and I used a dry yeast. It was the Workhorse. What was that? It's not Panama Jack. What's it called? I don't know. SJ, you can help me out. I forget the name of the yeast, but anyway, I use like M something Workhorse. Man, I wish I could think of the name of it. So this is the only other time I've used dry yeast, and it seems to be working okay. It doesn't go crazy like the liquid yeast does, but it had a nice steady bubble, and I think that's good, healthy fermentation. So I started out at 1056 was the original gravity, and this is supposed to be a 5.2% beer. I think I was around 5.3 in Beersmith. So hopefully it doesn't. I hope it doesn't attenuate down as far as my last pale ale did, because it went all the way down to 1006 or something like that. And if this does that, it's going to be a lot higher than what I intended. So we'll see what happens. Got a bunch of beer bottled. Let me pull this out. Look at that. Look how clear that is. This is the was going to call it prenuptial pale. Now I'm just calling it grade point ale. So I'm going to bottle up a 6 of that and send it out to my friend that helped me brew this several weeks ago. And then I'm going to hook up some of the other guys with a beer mill. Starting with Mr. Brad Peacock, because I owe him a beer mill. So so that's it. Not too much going on right now. I'm just super busy at work. Did I mention how busy I am at work? Very busy. So this is a kind of a, I wasn't originally gonna do a Homebrew Wednesday, but this is a nice way for me to just kind of vegetate and mediate a little bit. So I figured I'd throw one in there. And I see some of you other guys. I see in my news feed, Feck's already posted one, and there's some other ones coming in, so I'll get a chance to catch up. Tonight is the is it game 6? Game 6 of the, no, game 7. Game 7 of the World Series. So it's going to be over tonight, one way or another. So, we'll see what happens. I'm getting ready to go dial in and, see what's going on with that. Other than that, not a whole lot else going on. I need to go back to the store and pick up some more hops, because they want me to throw 4 more ounces of hops in there for dry hopping. I'll probably do that two different time periods, or on 2 different days. And I'm gonna take my time with this beer, because I want it to be nice and hoppy, and it's a hop experiment. You want to get as much as you can out of your hops. And then next, I think I'm feeling the need for a Imperial Irish Red. So I think I might knock out an Irish Red. I still have some And I don't know, I'll get y'all's thoughts on this. I have some yeast that I rinsed from an Irish ale last year about this time. Maybe it's been about 10 months. But I don't know, I'm feeling like I want to try an Irish red, so it should still be healthy, right? Maybe I'll do a starter, since I can do a starter now. And anyway, I'll throw together some ingredients for that. And yeah, I need to start doing some brewing. It's been kind of an operational pause lately, so we'll get it going. Well, that's all I got for tonight, guys. Cheers. I'll throw some clips here on the end of my brew day, and have yourself a happy homebrew, and have yourself a very, very happy homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. Okay, I haven't done a good job of catching a lot of this stuff on video, but I'm making my 2017 Feck'in hop experiment. It's a simple recipe. I'm doing underletting. Can't really tell it, but I'm putting the strike water in. It's a little about 3.14 gallons according to my math. But this has 7.5 pounds of two-row, 1 pound of caramel 40, and 1 pound of Carapils, and then I'm using all Denali hops. Real small 60-minute hop addition, and then a lot or a little bit more at 15, and then the rest of it's in the whirlpool. And the goal is to hit 30 IBUs and 5.2 ABV. So I'll come back in a minute and I'll talk about my numbers and what my targets are. Cheers. Okay, so hit my mash temp a little over. It'll drop down. Should be at 153. Go 153 for an hour. It'll drop back down. So here's the mash. Everything looks good. The clamps on. Those things aren't going to pop off. And yeah, I'm all set. Cheers. Okay, I am now getting ready for the whirlpool. I am dropping the temperature down to 180, and you can see how fast that happens. Once I get it to 180, then I'm going to put in about a little over 4 ounces of Denali hops. And then I'll start the whirlpool. And here goes the whirlpool. We're going for about 2 minutes. I want this thing to go for 30 minutes, and hopefully we'll get a lot of Denali flavor in that thing. That is a lot of hops. Cheers. There it is, whirlpool, baby. Can you smell it?